Hey there, testers! We here at ABsmartly have been working on some really cool and highly requested features for you this month, and I'm making this video to show you what they are, what they look like, and how to use them. I'm Cal from ABsmartly, and let's get right into it. First up on the list is crawler filtering by default. So before, crawlers like Googlebot, Applebot, Yahoo would be counted as part of your experiment exposures, but now we are filtering them out for you by default. You don't have to do that yourself. This might cause a decrease in your experiment traffic, but don't worry, it won't change the statistical results, and because of the decrease in data variance, it might even make your experiments run faster, which is super cool. Next up, and this is a big one, is feature flags. This has been heavily requested by lots of our clients. Now, within the ABsmartly platform, you can create a feature flag so that engineering teams can deploy new code safely and have the ability to turn them off and on again easily from the web console. It also allows you to deploy your application or your website without necessarily sending all the new features that have been coded so far. So decoupling the code releases and the feature releases of your application. To set one up, all you have to do is come and click on the new feature button, give it a name, set up your variants, choose your audience, who's going to see this feature flag. You can give it some metrics if you want to look at them whilst the feature flag is running, but you don't have to, they're not required. Give it your metadata and turn it on. And now you have a feature flag running that you can turn on or turn off at will. Hopefully this allows you to release your features faster, with more flexibility and with more safety. This feature's in beta for now, so we would love to hear from you what you think about it and how you think it could evolve more in the future. The next one is kind of a 3-in-1. In our continual effort to improve experiment quality and to aid in debugging implementations, we have added 3 new health checks and alerts to the platform. The first one is the metric threshold alert. Now, when you're creating a metric, you can go in and choose to add a metric threshold alert limit. And once you've added that in, if a metric goes above or below that threshold that you've set, we will send you an alert in the platform so that you know what's going on at all times. Imagine you have a metric called page load, and you start a brand new experiment and you let it run, and immediately page load increases by 40%. You would want to know about that as soon as possible. So now we are periodically checking whether that threshold has been crossed, and if it is, we let you know so that you can have more confidence in your experimentation. The next check is the experiment interaction detection check. And this is looking for 2 or more experiments that are interacting with each other in a way that affects their statistical validity. In our experience, this is actually quite rare, but we are now looking for it in the platform, and if it happens, we'll let you know. The last alert that we're releasing this month is called the assignment conflict alert. And this is checking for whether a participant in your experiment has been exposed to multiple variants in the same experiment, or if they've been exposed to a variant that doesn't exist. If using the ABsmartly SDKs, it's actually impossible to trigger this alert. But if you're using custom assignments or overrides or directly interfacing with the API, it might be possible to send a participant to 2 different variants of the same experiment. So now we're checking for that, and if it happens, we'll let you know again. Next up, we have role-based access control policies. What this means is you can now create a role in the ABsmartly platform that is only allowed to view or edit their own experiments. This means you can really narrow down who is allowed to do what on your ABsmartly experimentation platform. Super cool. Last but not least, we have a new metric type, which we're calling the goal property unique count metric. This metric allows you to count distinct values passed as goal properties per user or per unit. This is going to be really helpful for tracking something like number of sessions per user, or even number of products looked at per session, for example. To set one up, all you have to do is come into the metric form, give it a name, come down to metric type, choose goal property unique count, choose which goal this metric is going to run off of, and then type the property that you want to count the distinct values of. Click create metric, and you're ready to go. Aside from those things, we have also made some minor improvements to the platform, including adding a regex operator to segment filters and goal properties. We've added standard deviation to the mean graph so that you have more insight into your data, and we made some improvements to the variance split interface to improve your efficiency when creating experiments. Those things and a whole bunch of other bug fixes and improvements that we're really excited to ship to you guys. We're really excited to hear from you guys what you think of the new features and what you're really excited to see next. So please leave a comment or send us a message on Slack. Also, if you have any questions at all, our DMs are always open. So I think that's it. These are our new features for the month. I'm Cal with ABsmartly, and I'll see you next month. Happy experimenting!